Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2, a Game of Thrones mod Let's Play. So I hope you all had a very happy new year. We were actually supposed to miss this video for at least Sunday's version, and then we would get back to our Crusader Kings and our Star Wars Conquest Let's Plays on Wednesday. But I didn't really have anything for today with our Hegemony series coming to an end at the last episode, so I figured we would just bump these being Crusader Kings and Star Wars Conquest back a day, and we'd post them, or I'd record them for Monday, so that you guys could get some series that you really enjoy rather than just a throwaway video or something. So let's go ahead and jump in here. Again, we're still working on the territories out here, Crow's Edge and Pine's End. And then from there, we're going to Deep Down and Driftwood Hall. We are slowly gaining considerable power in the north. Really, only the Boltons stand in our way on the east. And then at that point, we may be strong enough to even challenge the Starks themselves. But if not, we can slowly eat away at the rest of the north until we can. So that's the plan moving forward. Let's go ahead and get started. While we're doing that, again, just would like to remind you to hit that like button if you're enjoying the series so far and you'd like to see more Crusader Kings 2. And don't forget to subscribe as well. It's the best way to help the channel grow, and the best way to follow along with our Crusader Kings 2 series as it plays out. Let's see. So the Night's Watch invasion has ended. Again, in the last episode, they kind of fractured into several pieces. And it was pretty clear that they weren't going to beat the Night's Watch, even though the Night's Watch did play the whole thing out very, very poorly. So, how is our various family thing coming along here? Our only living brother absolutely hates us, which is sort of a shame. But luckily, our nephews do not hate us. Let's see. Ouch. That's quite a bit of gold. Okay. So, actually, Callan is not fond of me, and he is my heir, which is a shame. Clay Raventree actually really doesn't like me, so maybe they do hate me. Okay. Well, it's not a huge issue. Honestly, if they assassinate me, it just means that we get to play as a better character sooner. Rook doesn't have any children. Aaron, of course, has his son Winton, who doesn't much like me. Mostly because I tried to assassinate one of our kinsmen. But, you know, it is what it is. And, oh, we did give a loan to the Starks in the last episode. And so that's some leverage that we'll be able to hold over Lord Paramount Roos's head in the future. How strong are we compared to the north right now? He can call on... Wow, he's only actually capable of calling on about 6,000 men of his own. Obviously, he could potentially marshal the entire strength of the north if they all decided to answer his call. I can call almost 8,000 though. And that's only growing. So we're at 6 for ourselves right now, plus another 1,800 for our vassals. And this can continue to go up another, basically 1.3 thousand. Well, we'll call it 1.4. Let's see. No, I am good. They do not like me having that one extra, but I can't afford to give it away. Just can't do it. I'm hoping that we can, basically once we get a better character whose diplomacy isn't so terrible, we will be able to have 3 or potentially more depending on how high our diplomacy is. If it does go to Callan, I assume we'll get at least 3 because he is at least in double digits. I'm not sure where the cutoff for that threshold is, but again, he is significantly better, and we might be able to improve that a little bit further, although being that it's above 8, that might be difficult. Let's get rid of these. It looks like he's had a couple more daughters. Still no sons, though, so his heir currently is Sybil Raventree, and she's being brought up by her father. She is gregarious and wroth. Okay. Not a terrible character, but not the best either. Let's see, Arana. Not off to a great start. What about your sister Denelle? Not off to a particularly great start either. So it doesn't look like his quick wits have passed on to any of his daughters. His wife doesn't really have any good traits, so that could partly be why. Hopefully they take after him more than her, because again, she is not that great a character. Whereas he is. Let's see. She's actually a pretty decent character. She's depressed though. Beth, not bad. Wow, she would actually make a very good general. Ambitious. And then she is actually a pretty decent diplomat. So, I mean, hopefully, if he does not have any sons, hopefully Sybil here turns out to be a pretty good character. There's plenty of traits she can pick up along the way, and obviously the final trait she gets when she turns 16 and comes of age has a huge impact on that as well. But if she's not a particularly great character and he doesn't have any sons, then we could have a real problem as far as lineage is concerned. So let's see, we were also working on improving our holdings. I believe that White Harbor was the furthest behind. As soon as this autosave is done, we'll take a look. We were saving up to get the castle town. I don't recall if we actually got it. We'll see here. We did not, because... What's happening? Nelsor Raventree believes that he should be granted a title from us due to his competence and the worry that we are childless. Honestly, I have no idea who you even are. Apparently you're the son of Lord Winton. I wouldn't mind giving you a title necessarily. Let's see. Well, you're gonna inherit one, so honestly, I'm gonna have to refuse. He actually likes me, and that's a shame that I have to kind of spurn him here, but I have nothing to give him. And he's going to inherit one anyways, so I can't afford to do that. He would become very, very powerful in my lordship if I were to give him another title, because he's going to be inheriting Lonely Hills. Although his father isn't all that old, he's only 42, which is actually younger than the... Actually, no, okay, they're roughly the same age. Let's see... Okay. Very good. What is this war here, and who is it with? Huh. Who are we fight? Are we against the North, I think? Yeah, we are. So we are at war with the... Excuse me, we are at war with the Iron Throne on the side of the North, although we're not, like, actively participating, obviously. Okay, we'll close that, and I suppose we'll close these. So if I wanted to go to war with the Boltons right now, I do have a claim on the Dreadfort. I could press it, and in doing so, I would have one hell of a fight on my hands, because they're about as strong as the Starks are, at least in their own personal strength. Obviously they have a little bit less to call on vassal-wise than the Starks do, but all the same, they've got about 6,000 men at their disposal. However, winning this first war and capturing the Dreadfort would cripple them immensely, because the majority of their forces are here. They can call up about 5,000 troops from the Dreadfort alone, which basically means that from all their other vassals combined, all 5 of them, they're only getting about 1,000 men. So about 200 apiece, which means, like, if we take the Dreadfort, they are just done. They are completely crippled. So, to that end, I'm just not sure that we're ready. Like, it is doable. It's just not ideal at the moment. Because how many mercenaries could I potentially hire? Let's see. Not very many. Less than 1,000 from the looks of it. Although, by the time the war kicked in... Well, we're basically at 150 now, so potentially 1,500. However, we do need to have a little bit in our coffers after we buy the mercenaries, if we did buy them, because obviously we'll be losing money as the war goes on. So that's something that we would need to take into account. Obviously we can't afford the cost, yeah, but there's quite a few available at that 1,500 mark. Why would I hire somebody? Oh, they're under contract, so I couldn't hire them anyways. But there's a few of them available. And then obviously there's a few, I don't know why. I guess because they have ships is why they're so much more expensive than the next ones down. They only have a couple hundred. Well, I think we'll wait just a little bit longer, because I do have, again, like another 1,200 troops that we can have in our domain here. So when we're nearly maxed out there, the Boltons won't have any chance. We could beat them without calling on our vassals, which would be ideal, but I'm obviously going to call on them anyways, just because, you know, the more men, the safer the bet, basically. Because we've won a few battles in this particular playthrough when we were outnumbered, and so it is possible to win battles where you are numerically inferior. So you want to make sure that the numbers are on your side, obviously, and you want to take every precaution that you can. So Belena died. I don't know who she was or what relevance she had. She's pregnant, even though she's single. That is interesting, because who is the father? She died of poor health, so I imagine the child probably died as well. And we'll never know. We'll never know who the father was. Let's see. Demary Rodsford seeks to kill Lord Harlon of Carhold. Do I care? Not really. Not really, to be honest. Again, if he dies, I become his heir. Who's a better character? Not hated by everybody like he is. Right now, we are a dishonorable, tyrannic lunatic who is wrathful, among other things. Apparently, our tyrannical trait went away, but we are still dishonorable. And while we are not a kinslayer, we have still been caught attempting to be a kinslayer, and so we may as well be one, because most of our bloodline hates us. Let's see. Seeks to replace Winton and become regent. Danny Flint. Who the hell are you? End your plot. Because honestly, it's not worth locking you up for. Speaking of that, though, who is currently my regent? Right now it's Lord Winton. I think I might switch it to Callan since he is the heir. I don't know that Winton is going to like that very much, but I will give him a another honorable title in the meantime. Actually, he's already Master of the Hunt. In that case, I'm going to give... let's see. Lord of King's House, Lord of Shadowmoor, Lord of Breakstone Hill. Who is the most deserving? I really want him to like me, so I'm going to give him Master of Horse as well. Cupbearer, I don't know that I trust anybody with that one. Actually, maybe I should give it to somebody I know is plotting to assassinate me, just to speed things along here. Bodyguards. I could put Benjen as a bodyguard, but he's also a commander. Let's see, you're a commander. You are a commander, albeit not a very good one. Wow, not a whole lot to choose from here. Yeah, I think we'll pass. Let's see. Okay, I saw another character who is even with our Maester here as far as skill. And I was wondering if our Priest was as good or better, and apparently he is. Treasurer. We actually have somebody much, much better than Master Errol here. So I'm going to put... Actually, what is Callan currently doing? He might be a better Castellan. No, he's actually not. Although it might be worth giving him that position just because we want him to like us. So as far as treasure is concerned, I'm going to give it to this Winton here. There's so many Wintons at this point I can barely keep track. We want him to continue collecting taxes. Our Spy Master, again, we chose Doran because he was a lord and we wanted that relationship bonus by giving him the position. Janella is 1 point better, but she's a nobody. She's just a minor courtier, probably not even married. So, I mean, we really don't benefit from giving her the position other than that one intrigue point. Whereas, you know, him at 12, he's going to like us a little bit more. That means that Sheepshead Hills is going to be on our side in any conflict that comes along, and so it made more sense to give it to her. Now, as far as Justicar goes, I actually do have somebody I could replace Winton with. It's just, I don't really want to upset him any more than I already have. But it might be better to just get him out of that spot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Again, he can assassinate us. Honestly, that's not the worst thing that can happen at this point. Being assassinated is one of the better things that can happen. I would say that like a successful rebellion would probably be the worst thing that could happen. I mean, I would think anyway. I'm sure there's something that could be worse, but let's see. Lord Wylus, sorry, you're not up to snuff. Granted to a new ruler. That's not something I can abide by. So I'm going to end your plot. Interesting. Well, who are you? Okay, well... So the Lord of Deepwood wants White Harbor to pass to somebody else. So what could I do about it? I could declare war to claim Ironwrath. What would that benefit me? Not a lot, to be honest. But I could win it pretty easily. Huh. And it would just give me one more vassal, but it wouldn't necessarily grant me any other bonuses. It's not like I could just kick him off of... I don't know. Is there anything that we can plot? Kill, kidnap, rescue. Let's see. Fabricate a claim. Revoke the lordship. Investigate Brenna Trent's legitimacy. I mean, none of these are really going to help me. Can I investigate his child's legitimacy or his heir's legitimacy here? Plot to kill, plot to kidnap. No, neither of those is very likely. What if I sent him a gift? That might be... For 20 gold. I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, his nickname's the Unworthy. I don't really consider him much of a threat, I guess. So let's see here. I had an idea and then it just completely slipped my mind. And now I don't remember what it was. That's unfortunate. Huh. Damn. Like I had a thought like, oh, we should do that, and then it's just like poof. I mean, I don't know how often that happens to you guys, but it happens to me fairly often, and it, you know, it eventually always comes back. But obviously, when I'm recording, like this, where I record in one shot, like I don't do multiple takes for Let's Plays like this. Some of them I do, like Clash of Kings, I'll do multiple takes of things on occasion. The Skyrim series, I'll do multiple takes if need be, but in just straight up Let's Plays like this, no. It's one shot, unless I really mess up something, or I have issues with the game. So, yeah, it'll come back to me, just unfortunately it'll come back after the video is done. So, apparently there's not really any intrigue that we can get into that was going to help us in any meaningful way. How are we here? We're still at 6,000. What's our total? 802. What are they doing down here? 611. So, still 2,000. Oh, that's what I was going to do. See, it came back to me before the episode ended. That's awesome. So, we were looking at Castletown in White Harbor, but we couldn't do it because we don't have the 300 gold required. I don't remember it costing nearly that much, but fine. B, we need small estates too, which I don't see. So I don't know where we would get that. Small estates too. Well, let's take a look at like Carhold, for example, because we already have the Castletown. Oh, I am stupid. We do have Castletown here. It wants me to upgrade to Castletown 2, and obviously that's more expensive. That's why it's 300. So we do have Castletown here. That is perfect. So the next thing I should probably get here is, I can't do the private farm upgrade yet. Patrol post is something I could do though, and that would allow me to get to, well, first it would give me, let's see, patrol posts, a little bit more garrison size, which is fine, and some heavy infantry. That's actually nice. And again, that would allow me to get to private farms too, which would boost my tax income a little bit. Another 0.2, not great, but it's something. Maybe I should do that here. I mean, that's going to add 50 more infantry to my levy, which is great. That'll put us up to 3,700. And then that'll bump this garrison up by 5%. If it's at 1,000 now, that's about 50 as well. So, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. And I guess we'll get the clock rolling again here. So we'll probably do patrol posts next in all of our holdings, unless there's something that stands out as a little bit more obvious. Let's see. Money continues to flow through the trade post in Carhold, but your relationship with the merchant family that owns it has soured. To teach them a lesson without going to war, you could arrange for a mob to burn it down. They don't like me? Couldn't I just bribe them? I can't give them a gift? Wow, that is one hell of a gift. That is ridiculous. Assemble the mob. I mean, everybody hates me already. Let's do it. Assemble the mob. Okay, we gained 30 prestige, and this guy hates me even more. So be it. At least he knows to respect me now. Do we even have a trade post? I don't see the tab here. Typically, there's a tab that you can click, and it takes you to the trade post. Okay. Let's see. What are we looking at for 800? Huh? That's a long way off. Oh, the Aztecs are up to no good again. 875 here. How much in White Harbor? White Harbor could eventually become our capital because it is the biggest city that we have. Let's see. For too long I have ignored the constant affronts from my rival Rook Raventree. My honor demands I ask my liege lord Paramount Roos for permission to challenge him to a duel. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, again, worst thing that happens is we die and we get to play as a better character, so we will ask for permission. I've decided to disallow you to duel your rival with my blessing. Despite what you feel to be slights to your honor, I cannot possibly allow you to duel your rival in hot blood. Lord Paramount Roose disregarded the slights to my honor and forbade me to duel my rival. What? There should be an option where it's like, F you, Roose, I'm gonna fight him anyway. But no, I guess we're just gonna have to sit back and accept it. Which has pretty much been the case with everything that clown has done, because frankly the game hasn't offered me a whole lot of options. It's usually like, oh, this guy betrayed you, sorry you can't revoke his title, I guess you'll just have to deal with it. I guess we'll close these. But yeah, that's been pretty much the story of this playthrough. It's like, oh, somebody crossed you and you can't really do anything about it. So, I mean, like, case in point was King's House here. I actually had to let somebody who led an open rebellion against me rule the king, or rule the province here, because my choices were leave him in prison, hope he dies, and have like nobody actually ruling the province, let him out and let him rule the province, or execute him and let his son, this guy, my nephew, take over and have him just absolutely hate me. So obviously executing him would ruin my relationship with the new lord here. Letting him just rot in prison wouldn't do that, but would basically make this place ineffectual. And, you know, letting him out is basically just ignoring the fact that he led an open rebellion against me. And I believe, if I remember right, he actually did do another thing against me. It wasn't like an open rebellion, but he did have like some sort of plot against me at some point. And so it sucked that I had to do that, but the game just really limits you sometimes in those regards. We are out of time, so I guess I'll end my rant there. But yeah, we're still working on these claims. If this one doesn't pop in the next episode, I might move him somewhere else, just because I seem to have better luck when I do that. If one particular province is kind of hanging up the process here, then I'll just jump somewhere else, and typically we'll get it a little bit quicker. But I might give it one more episode, and then again, once our domain levies are close to the maximum, we're going to go after the Boltons here. And once we take the Dreadfort, it's pretty much all downhill from there. So I think things are looking up, but we'll certainly see moving forward. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.